Hello everyone. Today I am going to show you how to prepare the best tasting bean stew ever. So these are the ingredients we'll be using for our bean stew. Here I have some blended onion, garlic and ginger. I also have here some habanero peppers that have been blended together with some red bell peppers. I have my tomato paste. I have some diced onion as well. I used about 1.5. I also have here some canned diced tomatoes, but you can use fresh tomatoes and just dice it. Then I have some sliced red, yellow, and green bell peppers, and also some sliced carrots. And the main ingredients for this recipe is some black-eyed peas. I used 2 packs of that because I'm doing a large batch for the family. I also have here some canned mackerel, geisha mackerel, but you can use whichever type of canned mackerel fish that you prefer. And also we'll be using some zumi palm oil. When you get your black-eyed peas, whether it's already packaged from the store or you buy it from the market, you have to watch out for any foreign particles that may be inside, and then you pick out the bad ones out of it. Once that was done, I washed my black-eyed peas twice and then just poured everything into my saucepan that I was going to cook it in. I then added enough water to allow it to cook through and through. And let me share a secret with you. When you're cooking your black-eyed peas, add 1 teaspoon of baking soda to it. This way, it shortens the cooking time, and within 30 minutes maximum, your beans would have cooked through and through and it would have softened very nicely. So just keep that. Just need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, not baking powder. So please take notes of that, okay? After about 15 minutes, I checked on my black-eyed peas on fire, and then I added a little bit more water because I wanted it to be very, very soft. So after a total of 30 minutes cooking time, our black-eyed peas had softened very nicely and was ready for the bean stew. Just see how thick and soft this is. Look at the texture, it's just perfect. Now let's start preparing the bean stew. In my big saucepan, I poured in my palm oil, heated it up, and added my diced onions. Stir this for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I poured in my onion, garlic, and ginger blend. I mixed everything together and allowed it to simmer for about 5 minutes. This has to be on medium heat so that you don't burn your stew, and you have to watch out and stir intermittently. I then add my red habanero peppers and red bell pepper blend, mix everything together and allow it to simmer for some minutes. Once that has simmered for about 4 to 5 minutes, I then add in my tomato paste and also mix that until everything is nicely mixed together. Once everything was mixed together, I then poured in my canned diced tomatoes, but you can also use fresh tomatoes and dice them nicely. Have you already subscribed to my channel? Well, if you haven't, please subscribe to Treats by Linda. I've got really exciting recipes that I'll be sharing with all my subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed, I hope you subscribe and then you watch out for really exciting videos from me. To my subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support, and I hope that you've been trying the recipes that I've shared with you so far. So I allow my stew, I cover it and allow it to simmer. It's been simmering for about 20 to 25 minutes, but I check on it after every 8 or so minutes and stir everything together to prevent it from burning. So our stew is almost ready. I now pour in my mackerel fish, my canned mackerel fish. I use 2 tins of that. And I use my spoon to break it up a little, so that it's not too chunky in the stew. But if you like it chunky, then you don't need to break the fish up. So just leave it as it is, just straight from the can. Now I have here my sliced carrots, red, yellow, and green bell peppers, and then I then add that to my stew and I mix everything together. So once the stew is completely done, we just add in our cooked black-eyed peas or our cooked beans. Now let me share this tip with you. When you're preparing this particular recipe, start cooking or boiling your black-eyed peas the same time you start preparing the stew. Remember, I told you all you need is 1 teaspoon of baking soda to your black-eyed peas, and in 30 minutes maximum, it would have cooked and softened nicely. And by the time it softens, your stew would also be ready, and within 45 minutes, everything is done and you're out of the kitchen. So I poured extra palm oil into my stew, but if you don't like too much oil in the stew, you can omit that, but this is how I liked it, so I just had some extra oil to it. And then I added 1 tablespoon of shrimp powder because food is all about flavors, yes, and salt to taste. Mixed all of this together and the bean stew was ready. This recipe is simple, it's ready in a few minutes, but it is so flavorful and so delicious. Your family would love it. It's going to be one of the favorite meals you'll be preparing every week in your household. Now, the bean stew is ready to be served. It pairs so well with some boiled rice. You can actually eat this on its own. It's so yummy and very healthy. You can also have it with some fried ripe plantain, or who knows, you can have a combination of rice, ripe plantain with this delicious bean stew. The whole family would love it, and I hope that you give it a try. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.